da na 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 ba 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 ba. Yeah, they wouldn't get it unless they watch How I Met Your Mother. Never mind.
Most people have watched How I Met Your Mother, though.
Well, it took me a long time,
We know, Courtney.
but that show was
We
good.
know.
That show was fire.
It was so good.
It
I'm
was
so
so
happy
so
you did
good.
watch it, though. Oh,
Me too.
we didn't. That was the new intro of this week, I guess, because we're switching them up every time.
Yes, but it's so bad because I am so tone deaf, so that they wouldn't have caught on. It's fine. Great
But
show though.
it is, I knew it immediately when you started singing it. I knew immediately. Uh, It made me feel happy.
Wait till you listen to what I'm gonna do for the next episode. I already have it in my head.
Sweet baby Jesus. Anywho, hey everybody, welcome back to Your Husband's Podcast. I'm your girl Kim,
I'm Court.
and this is the podcast where we talk all book
All
shit.
book shit all day.
All book shit. Girl. So, what you reading? Anything new?
I'm listening to The September House right now by Carissa Orlando.
Okay. What's that about?
So it's a horror book. I've been doing a little bit too much romance, and the smut just be repeating itself, and I don't know. I just need to change.
I guess it can get
So
repetitive.
yeah, I do. And like, how much sucking and fucking can you do?
It'd be like that sometimes. I'm just saying.
But but yeah, I took a break, did a couple thrillers, but right now this is a horror book.
Okay.
So basically, husband and wife, they live in this home. It's a haunted house. I don't know that it was haunted per se when they first bought it, but it for sure is now.
Okay.
Husband's had enough after a few years and he checked out. But they have a daughter, and the daughter has not been to visit them since they bought the house. But the husband, he's missing. He won't pick up the daughter's phone calls or anything. So now she's in town trying to figure out where her dad is, and the mom, hasn't wanted her to come visit because the house is haunted. And so she's pretty much trying to contain all of the haunted things happening, while the daughter's there
The
looking
house
for the husband.
swallowed the manhole. I don't. What in the world?
Well, I I'm not really sure what happened to the husband yet. So I think I have about 3 hours left of the listen,
Waiting on the reveal.
pretty much.
Okay.
But they also keep jumping like to the past as far as, for the former inhabitants, I think that's what they're called.
Okay.
Yeah, so when they were alive, versus, when they died. And then up to the present of the mystery of where the dad husband is. So I
Hmm.
mean it's a good beginner's book if you
I
want
like.
to get into horror, I would say.
Yeah, I'm open to flashback books.
Yeah. So it's cool. It don't need to be this long, but it's fine. I just don't have a long attention span. I think that might be part of my issue. What about you? What you read?
Well, I recently started Big Beautiful Life.
Great Big Beautiful
The
Life.
Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily
M
Henry.
Hen.
Yes, I am like five chapters in maybe. It is giving
Oh, I'm further than you. Okay.
okay.
I think.
Okay. We're gonna
But
catch
anyway,
up. It's giving to me, it's giving the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, the way it's kind of setting itself up.
what's that about?
Seven Husbands of that's a good one. It's a good one. I do also feel like that particular book can get a little slow at times.
Okay.
I don't think you'd really enjoy
Okay. Go
reading
ahead.
or listen. Maybe you'd enjoy reading it more. I don't know. I listened to it.
Uh-huh.
But the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, just a quick little thing. This now older Hollywood famous actress
Mhm.
brings in a what would they an author, a
Mhm.
writer to, I guess, write her memoir or
Mhm.
autobiography, but she wants it told the the correct way.
Yeah.
So she wants to tell the truth about her life,
Mhm.
and I guess spoiler, she she was gay the whole time. So that's kind of like how it was. It was really good. This woman had husbands throughout her entire life.
Okay.
Seven. So she's kind of really giving an in-depth another story with a bunch of flashbacks.
Okay.
In-depth look into her life, but how what the life appeared in the tabloids
Yeah.
wasn't what her life truly was.
What category does this book fall under?
I don't even know. I don't
Mm.
even know what we would consider this because
Just fiction. at this
It's
point?
just fiction.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just fiction.
Okay.
But the story was a really cool story, very innovative. It hops in themes of obviously like again,
Yeah.
queer stories, people having to be closeted for so long, really great friendships. Domestic violence is touched in it. You touch a lot of different
Yeah.
heavy topics in the book, but overall, it tells the story of
Yeah.
Evelyn Hugo.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and this is what this book is setting itself up to be.
Okay.
Because, she's coming in and, we have this great big famous person who disappeared and she is trying to find a writer to tell her story.
Mhm.
And we already know it's obviously going to be the main character of the book. But again, I'm 5 chapters in, girl. So
Yeah.
we're going. I think it's going to end up being a really good book. So I'm really excited. I'm a big
Okay.
Emily Henry stan. So yeah.
It is. Okay.
So we'll see.
All right.
So, do you want to let them know what we're talking about today, or shall I do the honors?
Think it is your go.
It's my go. All right. So, today we are going to be talking about our first memoir read.
Yep.
Though, yeah, our first memoir read together.
Mhm.
Courtney has read a few.
Yes.
This is like your fifth.
Yes. So I've done, not in any particular order, but Kevin Hart, really good. Charlemagne the Gods, Michelle Obama, Jeanette McCurdy, and now
Mm-hmm.
we're doing. Na, 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 na. Yeah,
The Woman
that
in
was
Me by
unnecessary.
Britney Spears.
Yes, the Princess of Pop, right? Is
Yeah.
she not? Yep.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
she she was.
Yeah.
She was. Yeah, so like I said, Courtney has read 5 of these. I've only
Mhm.
read 2. This was my first one.
Yes.
I listened to this when it was on and poppin', like really big when it first dropped,
Mhm.
and all the reviews started coming out and people started saying how fantastic it was.
I too listened to this. So every memoir autobio that I've read, I listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just feel like you kind of get the better feel of the story, of a story like this, listening to them. But the difference between the 4 that I've listened to before and this
Yeah,
one, they all narrated their own. She did not.
she did not.
Yeah, she did the opening credits,
Yes.
but she didn't narrate the story.
She got Michelle Williams to read it, and I personally feel like Michelle Williams did a fantastic job at
I
narrating
think it
it.
was great.
Yeah,
I
and
thought it
I
was
do
great.
like the little touch of her at the beginning,
Yeah.
discussing it. And if we're being honest, this had to be really hard for her to do in general. So
Mhm.
I wouldn't understand why she decided to give somebody else
Yeah.
the leeway to just narrate it.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, it was only 6 hours. It was short, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of pain.
It's a
There's a
lot,
lot of pain in there.
a lot,
So,
a lot. But I mean, I can compare it to something like the Jeanette McCurdy book. That is my second. I guess that would also be a
mhm.
memoir read, and I thought that one was fantastic. Courtney has also just
Yeah.
mentioned she's listened to that one too.
Yeah.
But that was my first one where the person was also the narrator.
Yeah.
I love that. I think it's fantastic when they actually read it themselves
Yeah.
because you can really tell the pinpoints, the pain points, I guess.
I was about to say in Jeanette's, like, if you've ever watched iCarly and you
Mm.
kind of hear Sam Puckett talking and kind of how she sound, well, like her, yeah, that's kind of how she sounds in her book.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
That was okay. Sorry, this is kind of heavy for us because this was such a heavy book.
it is.
It was
It
very
is.
heavy. We got a
Yeah.
lot of little things to really touch on it, but most of the things that I feel like we've read or touched upon have been like
Mhm.
thrillers, romances, things like that, but
Yeah.
nothing kind of somber like this, I would
Yeah.
say. So just bear with us. Bear with us
Yeah.
here. So,
All
kind of
right,
want to
let's
give,
get into it.
yeah, let's start. Let's hop in. First
Let's get in.
impressions. What did you think? Because again, Courtney did not grow up with like Britney Spears kind of fandom, like really knowing, seeing her all the time, right?
Yeah, so Brittany for me, like I only just know her like super, super surface level.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've listened to a few songs, a few hits,
Mm-hmm.
you know, read a little. I didn't even really read that much about her. I mean,
Yeah.
if I just kind of like scrolled on social media and like ran past her or something or an article about her, I may skim it a bit, but that's really it. I mean, I know
Mhm.
she is,
Yeah.
and I listened to a few of her, hit songs from back in the day, but that's really all I knew about Britney before reading the book.
Yeah. So we kind of have like two very different perspectives coming into the book because I kind of grew up knowing all about Britney Spears. I knew about her
Mm,
relationship with Justin Timberlake. I
I did not.
I've yeah. She found out about this through reading the memoir and I'm just
Yeah.
like, "Ooh, girl." But boy, what a time to be alive when you were there actually watching these teen stars grow up into this
Hmm.
space and it's just to hear her perspective so many years later,
Yeah.
having because so I'm 32 and Brittany's currently 43. So I
Hmm.
was a child watching this happening. Obviously, we were all on watching MTV, enjoying, and then you just let the tabloids tell you
Yeah.
about these celebrities. And in retrospect, you don't know
Yeah.
anything about these people.
Yeah.
And I feel like the climate of how tabloids, paparazzi, and
Hmm.
and celebrity media was fed to us back then is very different now because
Yeah.
we have TikTok, we have Instagram.
Hmm.
If a crazy rumor pops out, that celebrity will be on TikTok in 5 minutes. That's a lie.
Yeah.
Do not listen to that. I don't know what they're saying. I also feel like there's more laws against paparazzi, especially in California now. They
Hmm.
actually have active laws because of honestly, I think Britney had a lot to do with it.
Yes.
What
Probably
and it's
so.
well deserved,
Yeah.
all of the laws that are now in place and things like that.
Hmm.
But just kind of looping back to these are two very different perspectives.
Yeah.
Courtney is diving into this world and she went into it kind of blind.
Very blind.
I came into this world knowing what I knew from the past,
Hmm.
then kind of watching the media slowly shift in Britney's favor all
Hmm.
the way to finally listening to
Yeah.
the memoir. So we're gonna have some different perspectives here on everything like that. Overall, I think we're gonna come to the same exact conclusions.
Yeah.
But that's just how it is, man. This one's a tough one.
So when I first started it, like I said, I didn't know anything about her family, so I didn't know she had an alcoholic and controlling dad. She as a child, it seemed like she, kind of got along with mom and grandma pretty
Mm-hmm.
well. Um, but I think her mom kind of had like a rage side too, so I didn't really know about that. I know she, has one brother, one sister. I think she adored her siblings, growing up and everything. Um, I know she, obviously is a singer, but I guess I didn't realize that she kind of started out as a kind of child actor, actress.
I think yeah, we can kind of
So
consider it. Yeah,
yeah,
before she finally decided to go like full on
yeah.
solo and everything like that down the road.
I didn't know she was kind of brought up with Christina Aguilera. Did know that because she
Mm.
she kind of named a few different celebrities, that kind
Oh
of came up
yeah.
with her starting up, and Christina Aguilera's the only one that popped out.
No, yeah. Well, again, because you kind of Courtney's not big into celebrities. She's not big into like
No,
celebrity culture and things like that, which is
no.
totally fine. I kind of wish I was that way because that's so much information I don't need in my head. But yes, um, going back to, I love that you brought that up because going back to how she would bring these people up
Yeah,
first off, so the book is like in three sections, right? So the sections that are kind of it is like Courtney already started touching on it is the childhood aspect
yeah.
of it and
Childhood.
her slowly starting to work her way into the industry, the show business, let's just
Mhm.
call it.
Mhm.
Second, would we kind of consider the second portion of the book like her in the midst of it, like fully into fame, starting her dating life and everything like that. And when a
Yeah.
lot of the big occurrences that we know of
Mhm.
happened. And I guess like for the third portion, we can kind of just that's all like conservatorship stuff.
Yeah. Marriage, divorce, conservatorship.
Yeah.
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 Then that's when things got really, really heavy. But one of
Yeah.
my favorite things about the way this was written is how she would bring people up. Because
Mhm.
to us, dropping a name like Christina Aguilera is
Mhm.
like, whoa, but this was literally just her life.
Yeah.
And the way she would kind of just like mention, yes, I was just an understudy in said Broadway show.
Yeah.
And then the other little girl was Natalie Portman. Chapter ends.
Was
So it's just
1 hour later. Okay, there we go.
we up. So it's just I just find it so fascinating that she just everything's just very normal.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way she kind of fell into the industry and kind of just how everyone kind of followed each other at
Yeah.
that time and they all kind of rose up together.
I was about to say, I feel like I should have known about, her starting out in relationship and everything with Justin Timberlake, but I didn't. I really didn't. Because I really didn't pay Justin Timberlake much attention until I listened to the 2020 Experience.
Yeah.
The album was bomb. But, once they did get into their relationship and the demise of the relationship, Justin was he's kind of a dick.
I loved Justin Timberlake, girl. I grew up with that man.
I
Mm-mm-mm.
mean, he's definitely a looker. Good music and everything, but
Yeah.
that relationship though,
Yeah.
mm-mm.
Mm-mm. No. But again,
Just made it seem like the bad guy.
yeah, he like she even said it in the book.
Yeah.
She was naive. They knew
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
mentioned she said it I don't know how exactly how she said it, but she stated it very well. They knew how to play the
Mhm.
game and she did not.
Mhm.
And that's what all in all what kind of makes everything so sad because at the end of the day it's literally the world against Britney.
That's how it seemed like the
The
entire book.
entire book. And when like I said, I grew up watching all of this stuff happen because of
Mhm.
tabloids and things like that. When you really sit and look back on how things were portrayed
Yeah.
and now hearing her side, it's awful.
Yeah.
It is awful because everyone, yeah, this is true.
Mhm.
And that's how they went for, that's how they went with it, you know?
What'd you think about her marriage to Kevin?
Ooh, girl, K-Fed. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. So all in all, let's just talk about the three main players here.
Yeah.
We already mentioned player number one, JT,
Player number
Justin,
2,
Kevin
let's do
Federline.
Kevin.
100%. He is absolutely the second villain in this story.
Yeah.
But the biggest villain of all,
The dad.
her bitch ass pappy. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Okay, so we kind of already touched on JT already
Mhm.
and his role and everything like that. My thing is the way she kind of said it in the book was like
Mhm.
Kevin made me feel so safe.
Yeah.
And I remember the way kind of she described it in the book was like I
Mhm.
remembered he would just hold me for hours.
Mhm.
And how quickly it turned around on her, especially after having his child and everything like that.
Mhm.
Because she starts explaining how she sees money and fame ruin things.
Mhm.
I mean, how else can you kind of depict that whole situation with Kevin Federline?
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. Obviously, I'm assuming you had no idea who that man was.
Nope, not at all.
And it's okay because he is still to this day a motherfucking nobody. He was a
Mhm.
nobody back then. He was Mr. Spears.
He was
He was
serious.
Mr. Spears. Let's be so freaking for real. He was Mr. Britney Spears, and
Yeah.
I think that probably took part in driving him crazy.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing when it came to Britney.
Mhm.
So instead of just being a safe space, he knew he wanted fame out of her, and
Yeah.
he got.
He made himself look like the victim. He
Mm,
made her look like the bad guy. He, I'm not mistaken, after everything was said and done, had full custody.
he took full
Mhm.
custody. Yeah,
Had full custody of both of the boys. And then, of course, on top of that, like her family wasn't in her corner. It didn't seem
nope.
like her family was in her corner at all,
Mm-mm.
going through this divorce, going through this depression and everything.
Yep.
So,
I don't know. Just so the way it was portrayed in like the public
yeah.
with Kevin and stuff. When she got with Kevin, obviously it was a random choice.
Yeah.
Um Random choice like where did this guy come from kind of things, but
Yeah.
she popped out married
Yeah.
to this man. Um and slowly but surely like you can Kevin tried to have a music career and things like that, but
Mhm.
nobody took that man seriously.
Tried.
Yeah, and my thing is that sometimes you just gotta be a husband.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay to just
It would have been okay
be
for
with.
him to be Mr. Spears, but he didn't want to do
Yeah,
all that.
he didn't want to do all that because he wanted to, get his what career,
Yeah.
get his career off of the ground and things like that. And my thing is this: within due time, you can do all of that, but
Mhm.
sometimes when you are with someone that famous,
Yeah.
it's okay to just be with somebody that famous. You
Yeah.
don't also have to then figure out how to become famous
Yeah.
as well. And dude just got so lost in the sauce, and he Brittany even said it in the memoir that while she was with her firstborn,
Mhm.
he was never around because he was too busy, as she says, smoking pot in a recording studio.
Yeah.
And that was all he cared to do. He would be gone for
Mhm.
days at a time. He would just be at home alone.
Yeah.
All to turn around and then ask for full custody of the kids
Right. The kids that you weren't
that you
around
weren't
for.
around for. Make it make sense. It was just, I don't know. It feels like everybody knew that the main Britney was a hot commodity from the jump.
Yeah.
People know Britney makes money.
Yeah.
If they want to make money, to use Britney Spears, but that's exactly what they did. All they
Mhm.
did was use Britney Spears. They didn't care about
Not just Kevin.
no, so
That
many
good old
people.
family.
That whole family. My
The
God.
third person.
Mm,
The dad.
Pappy. You want to hop into the conservatorship?
Yeah. Um. So let me see. So I know there was a couple events that happened that took place before the conservatorship, and I know
Mm-hmm.
shaving your head was one of them.
Yeah.
And I know that was, mm, it was kind of an act just to kind of, it was kind of an act of rebellion, kind of, sort of.
That's how she would kind of say it. I
Yeah.
feel she would
To
definitely
to
bring
take
that
to
up.
take back control. That's what I
Take
was looking
back
for.
control because everyone wanted her to be this smiley, happy, beautiful Britney
Yeah.
Spears, and I think that's how she said it.
Yeah.
My way of rebelling, my way of taking back control, and that was
But I think I think after that, that was um one of the visits to the or yeah, her times that she had to stay at the mental
yeah, the
hospital.
hospitals.
And then I think one of those times when she had stayed at the mental hospital, that's when the conservatorship took over. I think that's when it took
Was
into
it?
place. I think so.
I think so because that's when her dad
Mhm.
finally approached her with everything about the conservatorship.
And I had to look that up. Just because I mean they defined what it was in the book, but I just wanted to look it up for myself. So, basically your financial and personal um affairs are taken care of by someone else, which in this case was her dad.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, again, the man, is an alcoholic father.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know if I want to say abusive per se, but
I would say emotionally abusive for
emotionally
sure.
abusive, alcoholic father. But yeah, controlled everything, personal matters, financial affairs.
Mm-hmm.
You need to lose this weight.
Mm-hmm.
You can eat this, you can't eat that. You
Mm-hmm.
can go here, but you can't go there.
Yep.
And then he, had her admitted a few times when he didn't do what she was supposed to do, according to
Yep.
him. Um, and the conservatorship lasted for
13
roughly
years.
13 years.
13 years.
Um,
One of the biggest standouts to me in the book was the day after she finally got off of I believe she got off early off of a 72-hour hold in a hospital.
yeah.
And then she went home.
Hmm.
And within that home, her dad had already set up his office.
Yeah.
And one of those days, he literally explained to her,
Hmm.
I am now in control of everything.
Hmm.
She gave her the whole spiel, and then he ended it with,
That,
I'm Britney Spears now.
yeah.
That was one of the biggest
'Cause
things to me.
he controlled when she could see the boys too, right? Her sons, right?
But I think it was between both him and Kevin.
Yeah.
Yes, because Kevin was on his own bullshit
Yeah.
for whatever reason. She still has a pretty rough relationship with her boys till this day
Yeah.
because only God knows what that man has fed those kids.
Yeah.
in their minds to think about their mom, you
Yeah.
know?
And then she
Also,
was, in and out, not her choice, but I mean she
mhm.
was in and out, so who knows
Who knows?
what's going on in their head. Yeah.
It's just we I like to compare this. Obviously, I feel like there's really no comparison
Yeah.
between this and the Jeanette story, but there are slightly similar
Yeah,
like
cuz they're
themes.
cuz they're both child
Yep.
stars and they both had interesting parents.
I would say borderline abusive parents because
Yeah.
they took advantage of their kids.
Yeah, cuz you have Brittany's dad, but you have Jeanette's mom.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why I feel like having those two to compare off
Mhm.
of really allowed you to comprehend kind of like the entertainment industry when you come into it as a child
Yeah.
and from whichever facets because I think you mentioned it earlier maybe Britney started in like the Mickey Mouse Club with Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake, Ryan Gosling, and everything
Yeah.
like that. And that's kind of Jeanette's version of Nickelodeon,
Yeah.
kind of. It's just, a decade apart
Yeah.
because I think Jeanette McCurdy is our age. I think she's
She
32
is.
as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Mhm.
So just seeing how the industry kind of controls these people
Mhm.
and how narratives are kind of run about these types of celebrities for
Mhm.
so long without us kind of knowing. And it took social media
Yeah.
to really help because I know once Brittany got a hold of her phone,
Mhm.
have you seen some of the things she posts on Instagram?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
So
Brittany's funny.
I didn't really start I didn't start looking at her Instagram until after I finished the book. I don't know, I was just curious cuz I was just wondering, where she is now today,
Yeah.
2025. Um 'Cause again, didn't really follow her. But yeah, I've seen what she's been posting. Yes.
Brittany be posting some funny things. I'm not gonna lie. If Brittany can troll around my kitchen any day because she is
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
You can really tell that she just wants to create. And even though she's not in a studio now, she's these past few years on like
Mhm.
Instagram. I don't know if she has a TikTok.
Yeah, but and I was about to say it makes sense cuz she was saying towards the end of the book, I mean, she's finally, now the conservatorship's over and everything,
Mm,
she's, doing what she wants to do.
yep.
On social media, she's doing what she wants to do. For so many years, she couldn't do what she wanted to do
Anything.
at all. I was about to say, I remember even in the book, oftentimes when she would have performances, she couldn't like choose her set list, or she
Yeah.
couldn't do anything.
No.
She couldn't do any new songs. Like they had like the same old going on
Yep.
for her. And I don't know exactly who it was that was controlling what she could and could not perform, but I know she, did try to get to do something different, and they didn't let her. They
I
wouldn't
like
let
that you
her.
brought the whole set list thing up
Yeah.
because one thing that she would constantly repeat in the book was how is it that I am completely and totally sane to be
Yeah.
able to go out and perform in different time zones for months at a time, but I'm not sane enough to
Battery
have
dying.
control of my life.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show you like how did nobody clock that?
1 hour later.
If you're
Back in
watching this and it got awkward, it's because we needed to fix the battery. Wah, wah.
oops. Apologies.
So sorry. Back to the serious topic now.
Back to the serious topic now. Okay.
Okay, where
Hopping
were
back
we?
into what I was trying to say earlier. I like that you brought up the whole thing about how she couldn't even control her set lists
Yeah, yeah.
within the conservatorship because I remember a part in the book where she mentions that how is it that I'm sane enough
Mhm.
to be in different time zones, carry these performances months at a time, but I'm not sane enough
Right.
to control my own life.
Yeah.
And that just kind of goes to show you how uh, money hungry these people were
Yeah.
to just have the full on control of her.
Right.
She also mentions I remember she also mentions that she found out later on because
Mhm.
obviously she did yeah, I know that woman did not know half of why most of this stuff was happening. She
Yeah.
found out later on that around the time that her father got her into the conservatorship was around the time where he was battling potential bankruptcy.
Yeah.
How
But she's
did
not the sane one.
huh?
But she's not the sane one.
But
Pop
she's not
off.
the same. No, my
Right.
thing is, how did courts not catch this?
Yeah.
She said a lawyer she finally got to get her out of the conservatorship said that was what I think he called it a conflict of interest.
Mhm.
No fucking shit.
Yeah.
No fucking shit. How did they manage to get her into this from the jump?
Yeah.
And she also did mention like the the state of California also
Mhm.
failed her as well. Because how were proper investigations not done?
Yeah.
How were background and investigating not done on her father
Yeah.
either? And they just let it roll. They let this happen for 13 years.
That's the laws are these kind of laws are put into place now, right, in the state of California.
As for that, I really don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. Unfortunately, I think Britney just ended up being a huge guinea pig, a
Yeah.
huge guinea pig for how these things work out. Also, I just feel like people discredit women so much,
Yeah.
and they chose to discredit her as well.
Yeah.
Again, so the conservatorship started in 2008.
Yeah.
The big one of her, big moments was when she shaved her head and then
Yeah.
was trying to fight the paparazzi
Yeah.
off with that umbrella.
Mhm.
That was in 2007.
Yeah.
So shortly after 2008, she went into that conservatorship.
Mhm.
So at the time, let's be realistic. Back then, we don't have as much like, even though feminism was,
Yeah.
feminism and feminists and things like that were around back then. It's not as hardcore as it is now.
Yeah.
But Britney was just in the public eye, just pretty girl.
Yeah.
And I think that's the narrative that they kind of went with,
Yeah.
like the family, when it came to taking control of her.
Yeah.
She's just a pretty girl that sings. She has no idea what she's doing. She's out of control. She is crazy.
Yeah.
It's sad because the last thing they did is get that woman help.
Yeah.
That is the absolute last thing that they did.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever came really, did it?
Mm,
No.
I mean, they got her help every time they had her committed, but I'm like, come on,
That
man.
is full on sedation. I don't
Like
know.
she
I do not trust that.
y- Rabbit. Oh, that's right. If you're listening, you can't see my air quotes. But
Not the air quotes.
I'm give you my final rating, my lasting impressions. Final rating, I'd rate the book 4 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was very short, but it was a lot to unpack in the 6 hours. I did know Brittany well, like before reading this. I didn't follow her much. I don't necessarily still follow her like right now, but yeah, what the media portrayed versus like what she went through and everything, I think that everybody needs to cut Brittany some slack.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cut that girl some slack. Her boys are her world. She loves her two sons. Um, she just wanted to be free. She wanted to do what she wanted to do. She wanted to be who she wanted to be.
Yep.
And it just seemed like everything and everyone, was against her. She had her back against the wall. I really feel bad for her.
Almost her entire
I
life.
really feel bad for her.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say I look at Brittany differently, in a good way.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I would say I'm Team Brittany,
Mm-hmm.
honestly.
Oh,
I'm Team Brittany.
forever.
Yeah.
Team Brittany.
Yeah. I don't like how the world did her. I really don't. That
Yeah.
wasn't fair. That wasn't cool.
I feel like it also did a good job at teaching a lot of people a lesson on not following tabloids,
Yeah.
not listening to just any random story being put out there
Cuz they cuz
about a
the cuz the
celebrity.
internet going to tell you whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
you can't believe everything you see and hear.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. And unfortunately, back then, people did because I also feel like big media was very brand new in the 2000s,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess for me personally, my overall rating, I'm gonna obviously rate it a 5 out of 5. This was again my
Our
first
first
memoir,
memoir, yeah.
but it was a listen. If you like getting the tea, Brittany spilled all the tea for this one. That's
She
why
did.
I'm
Yeah.
like big on like if I'm going to read a memoir, I want to know the nitty gritty of things. And my thing is, I feel like she did such a good job at putting it together and really allowing us to gently walk through all of
Mhm.
her experiences because
Mhm.
she didn't just hit you with a huge moment after moment after moment after moment. She really just, you know, gently allowed you to kind of relive big moments in her life.
Yeah.
And if you're a person like me who actually got to watch the rise and the fall of Britney Spears, it really lets you sit in your thoughts on how you saw it originally versus how she is explaining it to you now. If you're new into memoirs, I think memoirs are a fantastic way to get into reading.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
are.
it's because it's not fiction, it's
Mm-mm.
somebody's reality. So if you're
And there's
not
plenty of memoirs out there, so you can
100%,
pick your favorite celebrity
pick your
and
favorite celebrity, pick your
start from
favorite
there.
politician, whoever it is,
Yeah.
because it's fantastic to really get to know somebody that's in the public eye.
Yeah.
And if you're not into like fantasies or, fiction, things like that, if that's not how your brain works,
Mhm.
read a memoir.
Mhm.
Get to know somebody a little bit better that you've kind of been following for all your life.
Yeah,
So I would feel like a memoir is a good gateway into reading.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Especially if it's somebody who you've grown up with, like
Yeah.
the Britney Spears.
Or someone you know. I would say start
I
with
would
someone you
start with
know,
someone
or
you
someone you
like.
remotely know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you like. That you like.
I
Yeah.
would say that you like. I agree. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Poor Britney. Leave Britney alone. That was a viral moment.
Oh. Mhm.
But that was a viral moment from like the 2000s.
Oh. No.
Dude crying
I'm
with
so
in a
unhip,
Britney
y'all.
wig in a YouTube video covered in a blanket. They finally left Britney alone.
You gotta show me that video.
Oh, I will show you the video, girl.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right,
that
y'all.
wraps it up for today. Sorry for being so dreary, but hey,
That's okay. We'll be back next week with something you'll see next week. Oh, you can't see me shaking my shoulders if you are
she was shaking
listening.
something. She'll be fine. Yeah. Well,
All right, y'all. Until next time, I'm your girl Court,
I'm Kim.
and this is your husband's podcast.
Tell
Tell your
your
husband
husband
we
I
said
said
hi.
hi.
Bye.
Bye.